Welcome back to Fear's Legacy. I almost said Shattered Crystal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Yeah. Um, who wants to give recap?
I don't even know why you ask at this point.
I was saying, who wants to give it? Nobody?
Oh, looks like I'm gonna die today. That's below par.
Alright, everybody type me a number 1 through 5. And
Wow.
Carves? Oh, yeah. Alright.
Well, looks like it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't at my keyboards. That really wasn't fair.
Too bad.
we
Too
didn't know.
sad. Life's not fair, bud. You
Oh,
know this.
Cosmina.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to
Oh.
die. Maybe death will be
Luna's
fair.
dying today.
What did happen last session? I don't even. Where do I fucking start? We rolled into Rubyville and went to check on the quest, you know, as you do.
That was the session
And-
before you're covering.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't. Right, we went down into the well at the start of last session, didn't we?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so we went down into the well, and it was kind of spooky, and there was a tree that wanted us to spill regrets, which was a bit weird, but no one had too big of an issue with that, and we proceeded just fine. And then we got in the shifting woods-esque bullshit again, where the trees actively tried to separate us, which it did. They did, and it tempted us with our previous lovers, and the entity that ruled over this domain wanted us to just basically say, hey, who do we love? And that was really easy. So we continued on. And there was the whole hunger domain, which was just a fight with a very hungry man, which we stormed through, and we got to Greed, and that one sucked because there was dragon, and we had to give shit up to it, and it was mostly body parts, which was not very cash money. Dante lost a hand, Cosmina lost her horns, Lewin lost an eye, Panra lost his ring, which was bad, because he couldn't cast spells. And then we ended up killing the dragon anyway, so it was all for naught. And then we got to this like arena one where the demon was like, "You're gonna fight each other, and the one that wins is gonna fight me." And I was just like, "Can I hit the skip button on the PvP?" And which Cosmina said no, and one-shot Toda.
Technically, it wasn't a one shot.
You
One-turned.
one-rounded her.
It was one round, which is different.
And then Ivy proceeded to choke everyone and the demon.
I mean, Cosmina, he did not choke Cosmina.
No, he didn't, but he did
But
choke
that's also
everyone.
because Cosmina was not in the fight at that point, because Dante
Yeah.
absolutely murdered
It
her.
should be-
90% sure Fairy Nada killed me.
It should be said that Dante and Farinata took out half the competition before Ivy won.
Yeah.
To be fair, Dante and Farinata are one team. It's two people.
hmm
Not hard to target one person with two people.
We did split up though. Farinata went for Panrail and I went for
Oh,
you.
you know what? That's fair, yeah.
You sick your
Just
dog on me. I
no
didn't even have
putting
a weapon, officer.
Stop resisting.
So these next two areas, it's okay to sort of do some splitting up. You guys keep going. Just take it slow because I'm going to be dragging people down and talking to you.
By the
Great.
way, we took a short rest before continuing on, yeah?
Yeah.
We took a long rest, I thought.
No, we took a short. We got along after we fought everyone, after we were done with that shit. The only one who
Yeah.
didn't get along was Ivy because he had to fight the demon.
No, I got along.
Yeah.
No, I
You
was
got
gonna
along
say,
before you fought the
everybody.
demon, but
No,
not
everybody
after.
got a long rest.
Yeah.
No,
I have
as
my
I said,
ring back, is
before
what
he
you're
fought the
saying.
demon, he got a long rest. He did not get one afterwards.
Yeah. Everybody got a long rest before fighting the demon.
Can I have one for beating the demon?
No, it's a short rest. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
And-
Well, I mean, I don't get any of my spells back, but I did get my wild shape,
During-
so that's happy.
During the long rest, I attuned my staff to my magic that way I could use it as a casting implement.
Okay.
Doesn't the ring just pop back into your inventory?
When you
I
guys,
don't know, Emma, does it?
when you guys get out of here, it will.
Okay.
That's kind of
Yeah, he's
It-
cut off
thing with
from his
Warlock.
patron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, we need to make a distinction here because
It's
did we
fine.
get along?
He just made a pact. He's fine. He can use his
Oh,
staff.
Oh shit, you're right, I did.
Yeah.
He's double packed up now.
Yeah, you're good. You can use the staff. It's okay.
Well, I mean, still, anyway, if I can finish. Because it was a packed, a packed item used for a focus, he can do a ritual during a long rest to get it back. Now, the important distinction is, did we get an actual official long rest, or was it just a long rest in spirit?
Long rest in spirit. When you guys
Okay,
went
so
into the
he did
plains,
not have enough time.
yeah, not enough time.
Yeah, we got one effectively, but not like actually. Like we didn't sleep.
All right, I just wanted that clarification out there for Panryl's sake.
Got it. So with my new pact, I'm using my staff.
Okay. So I am. Before I drop you guys onto the next map in character, what do you guys want to do or say?
I got some stuff to say, and now that everyone's gathered back up. So everyone, I know a bit about the next domain. It's a library. I'm going to be able to read one of the books without losing myself. So we're gonna have to scour about and find the one we believe is the best for that purpose, the one that will get us the most information.
And so, how is it exactly that you're able to read one of them without losing yourself?
I'll tell you about it later.
I'm not particularly fond of us repeating this whole dynamic of I'll tell you later, and then later comes, and typically we tend to learn something that perhaps would have been more useful before the later.
Fine. I didn't want everyone to know, but fine. If you're gonna push it. I made a pact with that demon because it spoke of this library. And I thought it was in our best interest that we be able to gather information from it.
Oh, you mean with the succubi back there?
Yeah.
Oh, I did too. Succubi, you know what I mean?
No.
And
It was a
Panrod
rather
bumps
miserable
Lewin with his
experience.
elbow.
Ivy kind of scratches his head. Wow, her body was busy.
Oh, you too, Ivy?
Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly my choice.
You know, you two aren't gonna come back if we die, right?
Yeah,
Ivy might.
yeah, that's what he was saying. I might have a solution for that, but I don't think people are going to be happy about it.
I'm not happy about my solution, but let's hear yours.
Well, she's an archaic spirit, right?
Yeah.
Why don't I just use my lantern?
I had that thought as well.
Dante?
The lantern's pretty far away right now, though.
It is. We would have to go to Fuyu and then come back. Dante?
Yes, Ivy.
Would you be okay with me using an instrument of evil to do good?
Does it require you assuming
No.
your...
No, it does not.
So you would be fully in control?
It would be. Unless Rico had something to say about it. But, he's busy dealing with my older self and getting mentally slapped around right now. So, I don't think we're going to be hearing from him anytime soon.
I will make an exception just this once. Assuming it even comes to having to use it.
Well,
But make no mistake, the second half of our contract is still in effect. Should you, in some way, stray from your intentions of using the lantern for good, then I will have no choice but to kill you anyway.
and I understand that. And I really appreciate that. Hopefully, well, I mean, if it ever comes down to me losing my mind, and becoming the old person that I used to be, which I sorely hope doesn't happen, the pact will be null and void at that point. So I may come back. Currently, I'm still kind of fuzzy on how I would be able to come back. Well, rather, I'm fuzzy on how my soul would be taken in the first place, because I have phylacteries.
They don't replace your soul.
No, but it allows you to house your soul in something else for rebirth.
Yes, and you signed the whole of your soul away by accident.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's what I get for allowing him to do whatever he wants sometimes.
That brings up an interesting point, though. So, Kendrick's conscience exists within you, but the existence of phylacteries implies that his soul does not.
Yeah, and Hoda brought up a very interesting point in that same vein when she was insulting me. That my
Toda
soul is
rolls
just a
her
joke.
eyes.
So, should you be taken, Kendrick's consciousness would cease, but the magic of the phylactery would come into play, and he would just become a mindless, well, husk, would he not?
Yeah, I, Rico, and him would cease to exist, and I would just have an empty body.
An
Would
empty
it
body with
then
all the same powers of a lich.
would it then
Essentially.
not be Mist's body?
From my understanding, Miss and I's soul are merged as one, which is why I'm a vampire. Um, unless I'm mistaken somewhere in that vein. But, I don't know. I don't know exactly how it would play out, because I think the demon would also get missed too.
Yeah, we really gotta find a way to get you out of that.
Which is why a lantern is a necessity. And following this same train of thought, Panril and Lewin would be free too, of any sort of obligations. And, of course, pact magic.
Not necessarily.
Well, I think we can argue about that at a later point. Regardless, that's our current plan of action. After we get out of here.
I
And
thought our
go-
current plan of action was to make sure that the Church of Nova didn't get Cheiko, considering they're heading down there. That feels a little more urgent than
yeah, that does.
this pact that only will affect us when we die.
Yeah.
Well, given the very abruptness of our death last time, Lewin, I feel as though this is a particularly imperative issue to deal with.
And in all fairness, it was my fault we died so suddenly.
I think it is
I-
fair to say that both objectives share an equal amount of importance. There stands the chance that half of our current group will cease to exist come the next loop. That is troublesome at best and catastrophically bad at worst. Not to mention, Ivy, you said yourself that your soul is tied to Mist's. Mist is the one thing that brought us together. If her soul ceases, what of the rest of us? What of next time?
Really
That's
won't be
something we'll
next
have to
time.
ask Mist when we get out of here, I think.
After she wallops me, of course.
Naturally.
'Cause as soon as she pops into my head, she's gonna learn about everything that Rico did. Regardless, though, should we carry forth and try to get out of here?
We might as well.
All right, let's do this. And
Let's go.
Where am I? Oh, here we are. Okay.
Where are we? Found us.
in top left.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna give it a minute while the map loads.
Roll a mile.
Hey,
Loaded for me.
yeah, that's great, Baron. It's not loaded for some of us.
I'm gonna throw American to the void. I need you guys to back up. Back up to where you were, because I know you all move forward.
I didn't move.
Where did he go? He was just here earlier.
He's just not fucking here. I
Oh,
can't.
calm down. Your boyfriend's coming back.
Ah, I need to confess my love to him. And tell him that he'll never satisfy me anymore.
You're gonna break up with someone you've never been in a relationship with?
The ultimate
No.
tsundere.
It's okay. He can satisfy my heart, just not my body.
Okay. Are we all here or
Yeah, I'm still loading.
okay?
My internet was massively downsized around 2 weeks to a month ago.
No. Zoom all the way out, then zoom in.
Top left corner.
Mm-hmm. I know where we are, it's just the map is really blurry. Okay, alright, it just loaded.
Okay. So as you guys continue on to the through the cave, for a moment there were some bioluminescent fungi that cast eerie shadows upon the walls, blasphemous sigils, and are written across as well. Remnants
Well,
of
how do we know
perhaps
they're blasphemous?
they look blasphemous. You can
I can
tell.
feel it.
Yes,
I don't know what language are they written in.
Yeah.
abyssal.
Oh, so I can read them out to you guys.
I can too.
Cool.
That's
What
how
do
we
they
know they're
say?
blasphemous. 'Cause
Yes,
you read
yes,
them to us.
yes. Remnants of
They
old
just say
rituals.
blasphemous.
The air is thick of a scent of decay, something metallic, and you guys are filled with a bit of anticipation. And as you continue forth into this grand opening, around you is a path. Well, that's in front of you, but past the path is a pit of pure darkness with magical arcane, well, not magical, arcane light emanating from around. And the only sense of stability you have is your hope and pray to God that this pathway of stone will not crumble beneath you or else you will fall to your deaths. And as you continue forward, you see walls, and on those walls are books. You can hear whispering voices, some of them unintelligible but a little bit haunting, and occasionally the sound of scratching, scriddling, scuttling can be heard.
Before we go any further, are there spiders in the summer?
No, there's no spiders.
Okay, good.
And as you guys continue on into the library, this massive chamber is filled with crumbling tomes, scrolls that contain forbidden knowledge. Magic is swirling around. The texts are whispering secrets to those who approach.
Alright. Time to get investigating. Any
I got
books
put in
that
the.
jump out in the entryway?
As you
I
read
got put in the
the
back.
spines of the books, different words are collected upon. And the first word you recognize, and something that may be close to you, is Chaco.
Not touching that one.
But
That
why not?
because I can only read one book.
It feels important to read the one for Jacob.
You guys can
There's
collect these
going-
books, but you can't open them yet, unless you
Okay.
succumb to the fate.
Well, I'll collect it and just pocket it for now.
Lewin, remind me again what the terms of this chamber are.
You read one of these books, your soul becomes lost to I forget his name, the false
The
prophet?
prophet.
The fallen prophet, that's it. So don't fall victim to the books. Pretty straightforward and simple enough.
The three of us can read them with no problem.
No, just Lewin.
I'm the one that drove a hard bargain.
I'm gonna let you guys walk forward before I give you another book.
Well, that's void.
Cosmina. Oh, you're in the void. You're in the void. Be careful. One over. Be careful. Alright, Cosmina, as you approach a bookshelf, you see upon the spine one that says Luciana Kiss, not Kirkwald.
Luciana Kiss.
Kiis.
Hmm.
Panrel, you see one that just has the spine, the Oracle. Ivy. Souls.
Hmm.
I'm good.
Everyone start grabbing books, please.
I
Okay.
No,
grabbed the
you
one that
said
says
you could only
Oracle.
read the one, so.
You
I
can
can only read one, but we can pick them up and then look at all of them and decide.
Lewin, you see one that says Charles.
Grabbing it.
Yeah, I grabbed the Oracle one.
Okay.
Farinata is
Squeeze
going
the
to take
line.
flight,
That's me, okay.
and he's going to start poking around in the void area.
Okay.
He sees Merrick
You just
just
see
floating
deep
there.
magic swirling all around Cosmina. Not Cosmina, Farinata. Oh my god. Panroll, in the stack of books, you see Cosmina's name in there.
I pick it up and add it to the stack.
Ivy, you see Lewin's name.
I don't wish to know anything more about Lewin.
Alright.
I
You-
don't
At
blame
least
you.
not,
Lewin, you
at
catch
least not from his mouth.
Elias's book.
Picking it up. Just anything I recognize, I'm picking up.
Alright. Cosmina, you see Copia.
Alright, I'll pick it up.
Dante,
Hmm.
you find your own book on the floor.
Petty temptations.
Panroll, you see Todas.
Yeah, may as well. Adds it to the stack.
Lewin, you catch the Dreamer.
Mm, I'm picking it up.
Cosmina, the Consumer. Ivy, do you want to
Oh,
pick
might
a
as
book?
well.
Hold on, Panroll.
The only book I have on me is Souls.
Well, you can pick up more.
Yeah, I'm good. I
All
haven't
right.
seen any that jumps out at me yet.
Panroll, the Consumer. Dante, Kerdogva.
Well, I need to start writing these down.
What about Kerdog book could we possibly want to learn from this book that we could just find out normally?
No fucking idea, dude.
Mm.
A book on apprehension might be helpful.
That's the one location I can think of that it would be legitimately helpful if we had an in-depth
Yeah.
knowledge of it.
Lewin, you
Wouldn't I
find
have knowledge of apprehension?
no.
Okay.
Lewin, you find a book on Valarum.
I don't remember that name. I'm taking it though.
It's a city.
You said
Right.
consumer, right, Emma?
Cosmina has the Consumer. You have the Collector. No, the
Collect.
yeah, you have the Collector.
Lewin, tell me the ones you have.
I have Keiko, Charles, Elias, Dreamer, and I think that's it.
Okay, Dante, what
What's
books do you
extra
have?
dark in here?
You guys aren't going forward. There's still more books to collect.
I only found 2 books, one with my name and one about Kerdogva. However,
You didn't pick either of them up.
I did not. I could go back and get them, but I seldom believe my own book would be of any use.
Okay. Panel, what books do you have?
I have the Oracle, you, Toda, and the Collector.
Okay. Ivy, what books do you pick up?
Souls.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, let me go drop Toda in. Give me a second.
I'm keeping. I just wanted to make sure we had a list.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I was just gonna paw at the door.
It's just that's the void right now, or not the void. The pause for a minute.
Okay.
Ivy, upon the wall, you see Kendrick Husaf.
Kendrick.
Ugh.
Alright.
I'm just gonna like roll his eyes into the back of his mind and be like, "Can you just like leave me alone for 5 minutes?"
You feel a shrug. Panril, you find a name you don't recognize. Nulon.
Can you spell that for me?
Noolon.
No loon. Got it.
Let me highlight the ones that were picked up real quick. Luciana. The Oracle was picked up. Souls was picked up. Charles was picked up. Cosmina was picked up.
Oh, I didn't pick up Luciano's.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright, so let me highlight. Damn it. The Oracle, Souls, Charles, Cosmina was picked up. Elias was picked up. Was Copius picked up?
Yeah.
Toda's was picked up. Dante's was not picked up. Panroll was yours picked up?
No one found my book yet.
Yeah.
Ah, alright. Panroll, you find a book with your name on it.
Yeah, why not? I don't know
Alright.
much about my past.
Alright, the Dreamer, the Collector, Consumer were all picked up. Oh, Kurdogva was not picked up, correct?
Correct.
And Valarum, was that picked up?
Yeah.
Is
That was the other one I picked up.
Panroll, are you picking up Nulon?
Yes, I went and picked it up because I don't recognize the name. Someone else might.
Alright, and Ivy, are you picking up Kendricks?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to list all the books you guys picked out, and you guys can determine which one you feel like is the most pressing.
I'm looking for books people didn't pick up. Because Lewin heard, I haven't picked that up. I only have one. And
Alright.
he's like, alright, people are passing shit.
Well, except that Lewin, we've not been saying this out loud, Baron.
Have we not? I thought we were
No,
shouting
these are
across
it.
the
No,
library to each other.
no, it's to God.
Okay.
Elias, Copia, Toda, Panril,
All the ones that were in chat are the ones that have been
Dreamer.
picked up.
Consumer, Collector, Alarum, Nulon. Alright, those are the books you guys have.
I just walk up to Lewin and offer him the pile of books in my hands.
I picked them.
Somehow.
Miraculously.
Question: do these books vary in thickness?
Some of them do, yes. But they're all pretty thick.
Lewin,
Yeah.
you have some knowledge of this plane. Do these books carry past, present, or future of the people named?
I believe all of the above.
So yes, got it.
What I understand is this is part of the collector's domain, and the collector likes collecting possibilities.
So nothing written in these books is set in stone.
Not necessarily, but I imagine some things are. The past, of course.
Well, to an extent, yes, as we have seen.
I imagine these books likely detail possibilities and events that are the most likely to occur.
Possible previous loops as well.
Doubtful, but we shall see.
Given that some arcane spirits are aware of loops, I assume that most would be,
I
including the
feel
collector.
it's doubtful because, well, you have to make room for these new possibilities. There are no possibilities in a dead cycle.
True. Hmm.
There's no future worth documenting.
There is a past.
That's true.
Previous actions could help determine future actions.
Well, they do.
My point being, I don't recognize Noloon. Do you?
Oh. I believe we heard a rumor about this person there. They've run away from, I think it was some obligation they had they ran away from.
Mm,
They were a missing person.
got it. Did we hear this rumor during this loop or a previous loop?
Previously,
Previous one. You weren't with us yet. Actually, no, you were with us.
he was with us. We were driving on the way to Fuyu.
I'm getting a phone call.
Did I miss that session?
No,
No, you were with us.
It was
you were.
it was a very,
It
very,
was
very
at a
brief.
Yeah, it was a passing thing. It was only mentioned for
Rumors.
no, it was like a newspaper thing, I think.
Hmm.
Like I think there was like a bounty on her or something, specifically
Yeah.
alive.
There was a bounty to get her back.
Interesting. Well, I grabbed her book just in case.
Did anyone pass any books?
2.
2? Alright.
One
I
with
did.
my name, one with Kerdogba. But we have no reason to believe a book on Kerdogba would be useful.
Yeah. A book on you might yield some form of merit, however.
Perhaps, but nothing we couldn't forge on our own.
Yes, I
Especially
agree.
considering that we could potentially simply utilize Invader again.
We also have other avenues to learn about my past, that being my inherent connection with Penril and his deity.
Indeed. Is there something you know that you're hiding for that laughter there, Penril?
No, that's why I'm laughing, because I have no idea what's going on.
You often don't know what's going on, do you?
God likes to tickle my brain in funny ways.
I wouldn't call that thing God.
He is my god, but yes.
He worships it, so it makes sense he calls it a god.
I'm gonna do a once over the library, see if we missed anything.
Didn't find Merrick's book.
Yeah, I don't think it would have anything important.
I'll just go ahead and type in the missing ones. All the skits. There you go.
Alright, time to reconvene.
I think there would be more in here.
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, I mean, there's already a lot right in front of you guys.
Yeah, but a
Well,
lot of
no,
most
I
of
was-
it can just be axed as fluff.
I don't know. You might discover things you never even knew about.
I likely will.
Like I said, you get full access to DM notes.
Yep.
Things you didn't know. And you may not ever know.
Henril, get over here. Alright. So, we've got all the books. I'm just gonna lay them out. So, let's pick one. Something we should vote on. I mean, I made the pact specifically for this group effort, what we all desire to know the most.
Well, my argument is still for Miss Jaco, especially considering the fact that you said she seems oddly different this go round.
I do agree, there is something strange. Not bad, but strange going on.
Especially considering the fact that you mentioned she somehow remembers previous loops. That is a decidedly novel idea.
I do agree with you.
I vote for either the consumer or the dreamer. We have very few avenues of finding out proper information about those two entities. Chaco, while yes, her behavior and whereabouts are a different development this go around as far as we are aware, our looping is still in play. We may never have the opportunity to learn about these greater players in this game.
Ivy,
Yeah.
you gonna vote on one?
I mean, not really. I don't know what I really want.
Tanro.
I would say the consumer, given that I can talk to the dreamer. Either the consumer or the collector.
Yes, and is the dreamer giving you much information?
Could probably give me more info if I ask the right questions, yes.
Ah, fuck.
Panril, have you ever considered the prospect that it might be lying to you?
What reason does it have to lie to me?
What reason does it have to not?
I am their most trusted acolyte. They have blessed me with power.
Do you know that, though? Are you not part of a collective that were also blessed with power?
They were not blessed as I was, to my knowledge.
Ah, see. That's the defining key word, to your knowledge.
It has control over your memories, right? There's nothing stopping it from making you perceive things differently than the way they were.
Not
You-
exactly my memories, mostly just my sanity.
You are even unaware of the terms of the pact that gave you those powers in the first place. Does that not
Yes.
irk you?
No, for I trust my patron. They
Well,
gave
clearly
me
I don't
life
believe your
and home when
patron
I had not.
trusts you. Otherwise, they would be much more loose-lipped with pertinent information, would they not?
They have answered the questions that I have asked them. It's just a matter of I'm not good at interrogating, as some of you would say, interrogating others.
Does Toda have a vote?
Souls.
Naturally, yeah.
Really? I'm surprised Toda doesn't want Kendricks.
No, she wants souls.
This bitch is trying to cosplay his father from Full Metal.
For real though.
Although my own book is also interesting.
Covert narcissism.
There's nothing covert about it.
Yeah.
It's covert to her.
Maybe she's just
I was
trying to
gonna
make a
say
joke.
she's made it very clear.
She's just making a joke, guys.
Uh-huh.
It
I'm
always starts
sure.
with a joke.
Where's the /S, Emma?
Oh my god.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god.
My opinion remains unchanged. I believe the greatest amount of value will be derived from reading about one of the mystery important players, whether it be the collector, the dreamer, the consumer, or even the oracle.
I have a hunch the Oracle's just as lost as we are.
You know, I kind of get that impression too. I spoke to her recently.
You spoke to her recently?
I did. I didn't really get a whole lot of useful information out of it. She was unaware that I used nature magic now.
Interestingly enough, among this collection does not exist a book about the Watcher.
Yes, I thought that was a little irksome. That is the book I was hoping to find.
There might also be a reason behind that, if I may
Considering
interject.
that is also what I was assuming. But what's your reasoning?
Um, I've been here before. My
So it's
previous
possible
self.
that Kendrick took it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That's probably what he came here to learn.
Well, what do you know about the Watcher? Because maybe one of these books could contain information on him. Just not.
It's also, yeah, it's possible that he's listed in one of these under a different name.
Do we want to play 20 guesses and try to figure out who?
I believe that
Considering,
line of thinking is a trap. Remember, we can only read one of these books.
yes, and considering, well, we know all of these names, it's not helpful. I
know.
think he's likely to
Um,
show up in the Dreamer, the Consumer, the Collector's book if we do want to learn anything about him. He's likely to make some kind of appearance in those, considering, as far as I interpret it, they came from him.
Do you know?
They are the closest shot we have at learning anything about the Watcher. Aside from finding Kendrick's previous collective of tomes.
And considering I don't exactly trust the Dreamer, I'm inclined to read that one.
Could I have a quick refresher on who the Dreamer is?
We
Enric
don't know. That's,
Patron.
you know.
Uh,
Mr. Sandman.
It's my Sky
And
Daddy.
yes, man. Make him the cutest card.
And then Cardor Hookhand.
Yeah, Cardor can.
That
He
I've
do be
ever
having
seen.
tentacles on his face though.
So, all votes are in then?
Well, we already have an idea about the consumer, which we are presently making the assumption is potentially missed.
I believe there's no doubt about it. She did identify herself as the consuming spirit. And while I don't exactly trust her either, I believe she's significantly more trustworthy than the Dreamer.
After all, it hasn't exactly worked in our favor to bite the hand that feeds us. She is ultimately the agent that has brought us together and continues to do so.
Very well, let us read about the dreamer then.
Alright. And Doran's gonna pick up the book. He's gonna open it kind of cautiously, and he looks pretty concerned about whatever's gonna happen when he reads this book, even if his mind is shielded.
Alright. So I will send you an entire big old document about the Dreamer.
Oh boy.
You will receive it. I just gotta get it ready because all I need to know is which one you guys are reading. But as you read it, there might be notable things, and some things might not be as important. But we'll see, and you will see.
It's okay, whatever, Wikipedia, give us the fucking entry.
I said I'm gonna type it out, and I'm going to give it to Luin
After session or right now?
after session because I know
Okay.
what book you guys are gonna pick. This was a lot of all of these had like a lot of information. So, all right, but you have your information.
Okay, cool. Lynn's gonna close the book.
If you want, I can when it's done, I can send it to everybody so they all have it for the
Yeah.
rundown. All right, cool. Okay. You guys may continue forth. Very not. I'm gonna open this door.
Doors open!
Door stuck.
Doors
Please, I beg
stuck!
you.
Let me post this guy who's sitting in a chair, and he is reading a book.
Walk on in there.
But as you guys take note, it seems as though under the hood might be darkness, but for brief moment, you see Chaco's face.
All of us do?
Yes, all of you do. You all see Chaco's
Oh.
face as they are reading the book.
Man, maybe we should have read that one.
Right.
I, I had this nagging feeling that said Tarm was right, and I wish I'd fucking listened.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, this is not something I'm unfamiliar with. It happens all the time.
So that whole, speaking out of character, that whole exercise was designed to give you FOMO no matter which option you chose.
Yeah.
Because everything feels like it's at least somewhat important,
Everything.
and there's, yeah, exactly. And it's like no matter what you choose, there's gonna be something like, man, I wish we read the other book, and it's like, well, how about we just like be content with the one we chose because it's still
That's
helpful.
fair, yeah. I by the way, I am taking all of these books out. I don't want this collector fucker
Well,
to have them.
you hold up, because as you guys are walking through, his hand flicks, and from your bag, your hands, whatever,
Yep.
the books begin flying up and out of the room, and he puts his fingers up to the darkness of the cowl, and he still sits there and reads.
Can we go now?
Shh.
Alright.
I think that was a yes.
Please never do that again. I don't want that in my ear.
Sorry.
I'm
Let's
just gonna take
get
a
outta
quick
here.
scan around the
All right,
room,
hold on,
Emma.
Lumen. Yep. You find deep. You find big encyclopedias around the room. You also
I
find
have Eyes of the Eagle. I'm not gonna make a show of going to examine them because I don't want to piss him off.
mhm,
But I have Eyes of the Eagle. Can I like try and read minute details on the spines?
you see those of the sisters,
Okay.
information of the sisters upon each of these books in different aspects, apart just the entire world, beyond, and perhaps maybe even where the sisters came from.
So this is like the forbidden section. Got it.
Mhm.
Damn, I wish we could have gotten those.
The door was sealed, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I mean, you could lose yourself.
No.
You could forfeit your character, is what I just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm already halfway there, no thanks.
I'm
Okay.
on the precipice being there.
Alright, I need you guys to slow down so the others can catch up, and I gotta scroll down.
Such a display of protective nature for the tomes makes you wonder how Kendrick was able to get out with the one he took.
Well, considering he was likely a powerful wizard, I can imagine it was just a matter of brute force.
Cosmina.
Would you wager Kendrick is more powerful than whatever forces bind this place together?
I wager.
Thank you.
I wager that he was likely more powerful than at least the ruler of that domain, as we likely are, but not in the same ways Kendrick was.
It just looks very uneasy that you guys just keep saying his name.
The one who shall not be named.
Who's not Voldemort?
Slow down, slow down. So, as you guys are entering into this new area, it reverts back to the cave-like feeling. It's pretty dark unless you have sight. And you hear whispering of, as though these are calling to you, offering you perhaps cryptic advice, promise, secrets, warnings. Lewin, you hear some that specifically belong to you, like take her fucking eyes. um,
Like, take her fucking eyes? What?
yeah. It's an inside joke.
Uh,
um, but as you continue forth, the first one, you guys can start kind of moving, but take it slow. But the first one I'm going to yoink is Cosmina. Cosmina, as you are
yes.
walking, you hear a voice tickle your ear. Toda is deceiving you. She plans to use the heart to bring the end of times by achieving the ultimate power. And, don't get me wrong, but Panner plans on betraying the group. He's going to join the First, and his path with the Dreamer is ultimate betrayal. An unassuming outsider of the party, a poor mole, all in the name of the Dreamer and the Watcher. But perhaps it's not as bad as Lewin. His pursuit of power is going to endanger all of you and many innocent lives. And I'm gonna yoink you back up. Lewin, Panrel,
Yeah.
pause.
I've been
You
paused.
did.
Yep. Alright.
We
Lewin.
came upon crossroads and decided to wait.
Yep. I'm gonna yoink Lewin first. Lewin, you
Can I
hear.
interject at all during this?
No, it's just a little whisper. It's as if
Okay.
something in the back of your mind is getting you.
I have a ring of mind shielding.
It's. I don't know. It's gonna work. Toda, she she plans on deceiving you. She's going to use the heart to achieve her ultimate goal and power, but it's going to end the world. And don't get me started on Kendrick. He's been in fact listening and retaining everything, and he's using Ivy. He's going to use the lantern, and it's not going to be good. And Panrel, He's going to betray you all. He's going to join the First. His path with the Dreamer, he's just an unassuming outsider of the party, a poor mole, all in the name of the Dreamer and the Watcher.
I will mention if whatever voice this is sentient,
Back
all it
up.
knows. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All it knows, all it hears from Lewin's thoughts are, these are lies.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I trust the people around me, and I won't let any stranger place the seeds of doubt in me.
How do you know I'm a stranger?
How do I know who you are then?
The voice recedes back. To be honest, it did slightly sound like your own.
Use
Alright.
Wastelander as an alternative, but I think Musketeer's better.
Panroll, your turn.
Bonk.
Panroll, you hear as though it's like your own voice tickling your ear.
Huh?
Toda is going to deceive you. She's gonna deceive us. She's going to bring the end times by getting ultimate power with that heart. Ivy's just a friend at this point. Kendrick has been listening and retaining everything. If Kendrick gets the lantern, or Ivy gets the lantern, it's just gonna spill the end times. And Lewin, his pursuit of power is going to endanger all of you, kill you all, and many innocent lives.
Okay.
Okay.
Level.
Dante.
Yes.
Oh, fucked.
Dante.
You're 61. Okay, yeah, you can farm to your heart's content.
Dante, I'm yoinking you. Hi. Dante, you hear your own voice creeping within the back of your mind. Toda plans on deceiving you. She's going to use the heart, and it's going to bring the end times. And all because she just wants some power. And Kendrick, he's probably just using Ivy. We know he can listen, he can retain everything. And if Ivy continues on this path, he gets the lantern, who knows what could occur. Ivy is honestly going to... Ivy's not going to make it. And Panroll, he's going to betray the party. His path with the Dreamer is going to lead to betrayal. He plans on joining with the First, probably. And he's just an assuming outsider, but is just a poor mole. And it's all in the name of the Dreamer and the Watcher. And on top of that, Lewin's pursuit of power is ultimately going to endanger the party and many innocent lives.
Am I meant to respond to this?
It's just a little creeping in your brain.
Can I insight it?
I think there's a good bit of this that is true, and some of it might be fluff, but a good bit of it might
I
be
mean,
true.
a lot of it was already shit I was thinking anyway.
It's getting heavier. It's getting heavier in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and I'm gonna go... Alright, and now
Alright.
it is Ivy's turn. Ivy, you hear your own voice. Something creeping in your brain. Toda's gonna deceive you all. She's going to bring the end times with that heart, just in her gain of power. Panroll is going to probably betray you. He plans on joining the First. His path with the Dreamer is the betrayal. He's just an assuming outsider, a poor mole, all in the name of the Dreamer and the Watcher. And Lewin's pursuit of power is ultimately going to endanger the party and many innocent lives.
Oh,
I want these
alright
to
then.
be creeping little thoughts within your brain. And to be honest, they're pretty plausible.
What was the beginning part?
Toda is deceiving you all. She's
No,
going...
no. What you just finished saying.
Lewin's pursuit of power is ultimately going to endanger the party and innocent lives.
Okay.
hmm
Hmm.
Food for thought. Alright. Let me go yoink Miss Lapis. and have her join with you guys.
Oh no,
see.
her thoughts are gonna be bad.
Alright, you all may continue forward.
Which way you going, Dante? Left or right?
Oh, Dante was saying we should split evenly, so
I think
Well, that does pose a problem further down.
as you all are walking and you're hearing these voices, they all take note how they sound like you, and they're just within the deep recesses of your mind coming in.
Brian.
Yeah, yeah. And the deeper
in
you
your
go
brine,
in,
the
these
brine of your mind.
and the further you guys continue on, these thoughts continue to build, and this feeling of dread continues as well.
Remember, Panrel, it's all in your head. God told you not to listen to them.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Wynn's gonna look over his shoulder at Toda and Kazmina. Do you believe the lies that are spilling into our heads?
Toto looks back at Cosmina. I mean,
They've always been possibilities.
Yes, they're possibilities, but I don't believe them.
I don't know.
They're possibilities, and my opinion on them is neither one way nor the other, because I joined this once more after regaining our memories with those exact thoughts in mind that they may happen.
Well, the voices told me what I already knew.
They told me what I felt with paranoid delusions, but the thing is, this time around, I don't believe them because all of the events leading up to now show to the contrary. I'll accept one, but that will be seen.
And which one is it that you're accepting?
I'm not accepting it, I'm cautiously keeping an eye out.
Well, you said you accepted it. I was
I
merely
accept
using
it
your
as
own words.
possible.
Regardless, let's keep moving. I'd like to be out of here sooner rather than later.
Indeed.
So, Farinata's gonna be fine on this. But as you enter into the next room, you find pedestals. Enough for everybody.
Oh,
Do they
God.
have any names on them?
No, they do not. Panrel, as you step, it clicks. Lewin, click. Cosmina, click. Farinata can exist on the same one as Dante, it's okay.
I'm gonna lean down and can I investigate it?
Roll investigation.
Only one
Oh.
that looks into it without actually just stepping on there.
There seems to be some sort of magical mechanism to this thing, but it goes very deep underneath this pedestal.
Are you rolling the DM?
Hmm.
I didn't mean to. I rolled a 19.
Oh.
What more are you looking
Like-
for?
I was just curious. If it was trapped at all.
It probably is, but everybody's already set off the clickers.
Alright, can't beat
Fine.
him, join him.
Alright.
It could be a good trap or a bad trap.
Alright, guys, prepare to see out of bounds map.
Whoa.
There we go.
Void minus zone.
The ground around you all begins to drop down as the pedestals are the only thing that remains in this 5x5 area. Maybe an extra foot for Farinata to work with.
He's on my shoulder.
Okay, cool. The ground beneath you closes up and the walls begin to close as well, leaving you all standing on these pedestals.
Well, this is a predicament.
So what do we do now?
The fuck do we
I'm
do
gonna look
now?
down into the darkness below.
It is just pure black darkness.
I'm going to pull out a copper, cast light on it, and flick it into the void.
It goes and it goes and it goes, and the light slowly gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer as it goes.
I think I have an idea.
So what are we supposed to do?
Well, there were a number of things that I had heard. Emma, I don't think I heard anything about Ivy, did I?
You did.
Will you
I-
will you message it to me? Because that's the only one I don't remember.
Yeah, give me just a second.
She's going to look across directly at Lewin. Lewin,
Yeah.
do you or do you not intend to continue searching? Oh, I see, okay. Intend to continue in your search for power at the risk of everyone else and or the world?
No, I don't intend to do that. It's pointless. I live in this world.
Is there anything in particular that would persuade you otherwise, considering the fact that you have still made a number of decisions periodically that have been particularly averse to the rest of us?
Well, if you're referring to last loop, I wasn't the same person as I am now then.
I see.
And if you're referring to the pact I made earlier, that was for our benefit at my own sacrifice.
Yes. Ivy,
Yes, Cosmina.
you've been utilizing more spells from Kendrick's book.
Unfortunately, yes.
I've been told by these supposed whispers that this merely opens you up more to Kendrick's influence. Is there any merit in this?
I wasn't aware of that. But I can certainly try to scale that back.
I will.
My job, after all, is to keep all of you healthy, and I don't want to put myself in jeopardy by using spells that do not belong to me.
I see. Panru,
Yes.
what is your ultimate goal in joining this group? Exactly.
Well, I was kind of thrust into this by Mist. But after learning what we were doing, I thought, well, with these travels, I can spread the influence of my patron, as he has asked me to do. But with the party, my goal is to assist everyone in any which way I can.
Let me adjust my questioning here then. You say that your goal is to further the influence of your patron, the Dreamer.
Yes, that is what he has asked me to do.
And if this goal of yours results in a betrayal of us and the world at large, will you continue with it?
I could put my goal to the side to make sure that the world does not come to an end. If the world comes to an end and everyone dies, then my patron has no one to follow them. Thus, I do not want the world to end. We need healthy people to be acolytes to the Dreamer. So there's no point in killing everyone.
Do you or do you not intend to join with the first, Copia?
I don't intend to join with them. I do intend to get to know them better, to learn their motives, to see if I can reason with them given our connection through the Dreamer.
I intend to do something similar.
See if we
I
can bring
see.
them to our side, even though it may be unstable.
I see. And Miss Toda.
Uh huh.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry. Miss Toda.
Yes.
What is it exactly you intend to do with the heart?
I plan on studying it and seeing its connections with souls.
Is that all you intend to do?
She looks at Lewin. Not entirely, but I don't know if I feel comfortable talking to you about it.
Yes, I would like to clear the air between yourself and myself, in fact. Whilst we are here, with, she gestures to the void around them, seemingly nothing else to do.
I thought you'd
Time
hate
went
me.
to present.
So you say that again, Em. I could hear you over Sly.
I thought you hate me.
And what reason would I have to hate you specifically? In your mind, I should say.
Well, the blast I got in my face.
Yes, let us address that. I will start by saying that in the interest of, for one thing, pursuing our furthering our goal of leaving this damnable place, I will tell you forthrightly that I'm intending on being 100% honest with you.
Okay.
You may not believe me, but you may feel free to take my words as you will. I do not particularly hate you. Dislike, however, is not out of the question. My distaste for you has little to do with your previous incarnation's behavior, as I have come to the settlement with myself that the actions of the previous one are not... They bear no merit within this current one, at present. The people who existed within those previous loops are dead. Instead, my distaste for you at the present moment stems from your... well... There simply, I feel, is not necessarily a way to say this more politely or tactfully. Your manipulative behavior towards Lewin in regards to essentially forcing him into the pact between him, the guild, and yourself to collect the heart.
He didn't.
Stating that if he... Stating, I'm not finished, I apologize, that if he actively attempted to stop you from retrieving this artifact, that you would cease to be friends with him and you would have issues with him. Lewin is a person who, much to the dismay of many of us, is ridiculously loving, I will say, in the interest of politeness. And he cares drastically for those who are among his friends, especially yourself and your brother. If he risks losing your friendship, that is something he is not particularly keen to abide.
She looks over at Lewin. Did that really hurt you? Or did I really?
Lewin is he hmm. He's he doesn't really look like he's feeling much of anything right now. And he clears his throat. It didn't hurt me, no.
Well, Lewin, I didn't mean for it to, or to anybody, for it to sound like it came from the heart, as I was more making a joke with Lewin and I didn't really mean it. I don't see how I could not be friends with him, considering he's one of my only friends, so...
You sounded quite deathly serious when you said it.
I didn't mean it. Sometimes I come off like that.
An insight that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
insight
I
that
was gonna say I
too
can't
because
do that because my insight is not high enough.
where is my insight? Dirty 20.
She
22.
didn't entirely mean that she wouldn't be friends with Lewin, but there would be some pretty... She'd be pretty upset if he had done this with her.
Lewin sighs and nods his head.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Very well. With that out of the way, I will concede. If it was simply a joke poorly misunderstood, then I will concede it was my own misunderstanding. Now, be that as it may, there is an additional reason why I did target you first, Miss Toda, and it, whilst there was a measure of it that did have to do with my distaste of you, the majority of it had more to do with viewing you as a threat in a fight. I was eager to simply be done with it and be able to take some time to rest or continue further, given the strenuous nature of the previous room. You have an astounding ability in which you can mimic many spells. Considering that yourself and Lewin are people who know a number of spells in this manner, I simply thought it would be best to eliminate you from the competition first.
Mm.
Granted, I had no idea that Ivy would be the one to eventually win and sufficiently win against the demon, but that is neither here nor there.
Toda gives a half-hearted shrug and is, she holds her hands up and holds her arms. Right. So, the heart. And she's gonna look at Lewin. After I perform some studying, we're going to transplant the heart.
I had assumed that was the plan.
Yes, we are, but they don't know, do they?
I had assumed something of the sort. Given the fact that you do not have a fear soul, Miss Doda, and your ever-present insecurity regarding this fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very well. And may I ask what it is exactly you intend to do if doing so were to lead to the eventual risk of the end of the world, so to speak?
I don't see how this hurt would have anything to do with the end of the world.
The voice that I heard told me that you would continue pursuing power.
Voice I heard said that thought it was a big danger, but I'm choosing to ignore it because I told Toto that I was going to actually trust her.
I was told Toto was going to bring about the end of the world, and that
What?
Ivy was going to let Kendrick out with the lantern.
It said the same thing about the lantern to me, but I find that to be something that doesn't matter. I do not believe Kendrick will be able to come out.
Ivy has established a particularly large amount of resistance to such a thing, yes.
And if it is a concern, I suppose finding some way to bolster Ivy's resolve, his mental prowess against such things, is very doable.
Of course it's a concern, Lewin. Ivy's psyche
Exactly.
might be resistant, but it is not infallible. So long as that remains the case, there is always the chance that what we assume would happen should Ivy get his hands on the lantern could be the exact opposite of the actual outcome.
It could.
Well, on that matter, why don't we discuss what everyone else has heard then? Lewin, let's begin with you.
Everything I heard has already been addressed except for, as I mentioned, Hoda's pursuit for power after getting the heart. I don't believe it, but it hasn't been addressed.
Well, I don't really see how I could. I mean, I possibly could, but it's a wait and see. See how the heart is, what it does.
Very
And
well.
would you pursue more if it wasn't satisfactory?
If it was satisfactory, then I've achieved what I wanted, and I will probably go and research something else.
What if, like in Ivy's case, you aren't given a choice? What then?
What kind of choice?
You seem to assume that once you've done what you will with the heart, that you'll still be in control of your actions.
Well, I'm gonna understand the heart first before I do anything like that. And I mean, I also have the thing to try it on first.
In whatever scientific mind you have, does that not seem like an inherent danger to you? Because it does to me. precisely the reason why I was so shocked we went on this expedition to begin with.
I'm quite frankly willing to do one risk with this item, as it is possibly something to obtain a true soul. Oh god, a fierce soul. Ah, a, a fierce soul, just like
The Freudian slip! The Freudian slip!
just like the rest of you. But first, of course, I have to understand it. I have to figure out what it does, perhaps if it does even contain a soul. And if I don't feel comfortable if I don't feel comfortable using it on myself, I have other avenues to work with. But the ultimate goal is to use it on myself.
And how do you suppose that you're going to test its capabilities?
The child.
If whatever damage is to be done happens upon installation, then it doesn't matter if it's installed into the child, which, by the way, is a cruel misuse of that child's life, regardless of if it's even alive or not. But that is a conversation for another day. The child could rampage, and by that point, you still have no power, and therefore have no means to stop it. It's hardly a test, is it?
She crosses her arms and she looks away from Dante, and she's just quiet. The child is made out of clay. It probably wouldn't last long with it in it, but I can see what happens when it does.
Is no one gonna call her out on the fact that it's made out of clay?
That's a golem.
It's mostly clay, although it does
It's a
have a lot of,
flesh golem.
but it does have clay in it.
Toda, I'm sure you're aware by this point that this isn't the first time we've done this before. Correct?
I'm aware, but also I've heard about things about my past self, and I don't personally see eye to eye to that one.
What he's implying here is that we have already previously been made aware of the fact that there is some doubt to this child being made purely from clay.
There are parts, yes.
Various forest animals, namely squirrel.
It's going to fall apart.
And you're willing to risk the world to see what that result is?
How are you so sure that this heart is going to enter the world?
How are you so sure this heart is going to give you the power you seek?
Because of his notes, and she points at Ivy.
You understand you chase the coattails of a man that is unanimously agreed to be a terrible blight upon this world.
I don't intend to do the things that he did.
But you intend to make good of the fruits of his labor.
Yes. I don't know if it came through or not.
You
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Okay. Just says yeah.
If a man with that much power saw fit to not use it for good, then do you think it was ever meant to be used for good? Do you think it could be?
I think it can.
And again, you'd risk the world to see if it could.
What I'm risking for is my own life to see it.
Not just yours. Ours. Everyone's.
Did I ever get the heart the last cycle?
You did.
What happened?
We died before you could do anything with it.
So you don't know what happened.
We were told that you gained possession of the heart, and thus the world ended.
That is not true. She had possession of the heart for quite some time, and it was supposed to be some kind of surprise. Um, when we spoke with that mysterious man, thing, entity that had all of the answers, but only let us ask one question, I asked what caused the end of the world, and it remarked that it was ironic that I was asking, because it just simply mentioned that Toto was the cause of it.
And you don't know when the world ended.
We were dead.
We died before the several-month period was up.
Ivy, are you gonna keep your mouth shut?
I mean, I don't really have much to say on this.
You
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 do.
were
never do
alive.
the end of that cycle.
Me when I'm in a keeping quiet when I have relevant information and my competition is Ivy.
Um,
About to fucking kick Ivy out and bring back Enrico, I swear to God.
I'm telling you guys, I liked Rico. Even if he did
Yeah,
turn to the succubus.
Rico's a shithead, but like, man, he gets shit done.
yeah.
He also does shit wrong, as in the succubus, but it's you know
Yeah,
what, that can be fixed.
we can fix him.
Alright. I gotta check my notes here. You guys can carry on if you want.
No! You literally have the information. Like, you're just
Yeah.
letting them berate her. You know.
You're letting Dante berate her. Lumen's thrown her a life preserver.
Oh god.
I mean, technically everybody else should know it too because I reposted that thing.
You did tell us about it, but like, we don't really know what caused the end. We know what caused you to die. We don't really know much
I mean, even then,
else.
we don't know what caused him to die.
Yeah.
So all that I remember after my phylactery popped, is that eventually the world goes black. And I cease to exist.
And how long did it take?
A year?
Okay.
But that's not a definitive answer of whether or not,
It
you
feels
know.
rather definitive if you ask me.
My research with the heart should take no more than 2 months.
That's what I'm saying.
The Jacob type.
That's funny.
Huh,
I mean, it's just a thought.
cool.
a heart here, a heart in a sea. I mean, there's parallels.
We've sent 57 different groups through the SC campaign. Those poor bastards.
Now, which one was the one that's ours, though? That's the question.
There has to be another way instead of using the heart. If we can get you to the Oracle, I'm sure she has the answers you seek.
And she just frowns at Ivy.
Well, regardless, Miss Toda, if you would kindly share your, I will say, the doubts that have been whispered to you here.
Well, to be honest, it was mostly about you, Cosmina.
That's unsurprising.
Many inside doubts, but those are things I have to deal with.
Emma, did you see
yeah,
my
yeah.
messages?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I know. Do you guys feel satisfied with this?
What do you think, Chief?
That's a no.
Not particularly, no.
No. You remain on the pedestals. Just a little bit longer.
We're gonna be here until the end of time.
Alright, we gotta work this out. Who's got doubts? Speak 'em up.
I think the voice might be right. With the way that you conduct yourself, Lewin.
That being.
You want more and more, be that power, information, and eventually that gluttony is gonna bring the end of us, or you.
I assure you it won't. Currently, the only information I care about is the one that's relevant to us now. And as for power, I'm rather satisfied with the way things are going currently.
Well, how long is that gonna last, though?
It's gonna last till the end of this, and then when this is over, I can finally have that relaxation I always talk about.
True.
Do we feel satisfied yet?
I think, on second thought, Dante feels satisfied.
Okay.
Sounds nice, satisfying.
But not in the same way I think people are thinking.
That's reasonable. Yes. Dante, the pillar beneath you begins to kind of light up a bit.
I was gonna say, Cosmina's already addressed her doubts.
Are you satisfied?
Yes.
You're sure you're satisfied?
It's much in the same way I'm satisfied. Or it's much in the same way that Dante is satisfied.
Dante, did you tell
I'm
her?
satisfied.
Did you tell her?
We exchanged a couple messages,
Okay, alright.
but nothing substantial.
Alright, Cosmina, your lights up. Panroll, you sure you're satisfied?
I don't think they're gonna betray me.
I need more confidence in that, man. Yours is not
I'm
lighting
going
up?
to cast a magic missile at Panril right now.
Oh, for reals?
No.
No.
It's like, I'll actually betray you. That way it's not a doubt.
I was gonna say, I don't think my party will betray me.
You don't think?
That's
No, I
still
don't
not
think.
Yeah, that's not-
particularly. I
that's-
mean, he doesn't think, period, but you know.
I have no
Oh,
doubt that my party is loyal to our cause.
I mean, yeah, we're loyal to our cause, but Penro, are you gonna bring
Yes,
about
I
the
do.
end of the world?
No, I've already stated this. I
Okay.
don't want to end
Oh.
the world, because if I end the world, then there's no one to worship my god.
What do you see? Oh, what happens when you cease to be useful to your god?
Then I die.
Cool.
And then apparently I get to spend eternity with that succubi in the other room.
Yeah, it's probably a lie.
It's not a fun afterlife. I asked what that entailed.
Eh.
And I don't think it's gonna be a very long afterlife either.
Where else was I gonna go? Limbo?
Actually, yes. That's what the afterlife she's promising entails.
Oh,
You see the beginning, you see the middle, you see the end, all at the same time. Forever.
Then you and I have drastically different afterlives coming.
I didn't ask about my. Well, see, when I asked what was gonna happen, let me check my notes here.
Pano pulls out a torn journal.
A waterlogged
through
journal.
pages.
Yeah.
It's a water. Yeah.
I asked her. She said that I'll grant you an ability. All I have to do is damn my soul to this domain in the name of the dreamer. And I was like, "There's a small problem with that." I showed her my contract with the two redheaded people, whose names I can't remember.
Gavril and Soren. Sorry, I almost just swapped their names.
Gabble.
And she said,
Gavrin
"No,
and
no."
Sorrel.
Gavin and
She
Soren.
said, "No, that's your body," with a tilde at the end of that.
That's your mod?
I was like, okay, well, I owe my body to my employer, my mind to my god. The only issue I see is if we loop again, what happens to my soul? Or is that only if we fix the looping problem? I asked her what ability she'd be granting me. And I would like to know what I'm selling my soul for. Also, when I die and my soul's damned to this plane, will I have company? As in, like, will I be alone with my thoughts? Because, oh boy, my mind is fucked.
I mean,
She said I would have company. And that she can uncurse me from this dress, hence why I'm wearing normal clothing now.
Sadly.
Drat.
No, but your token isn't different.
I told him not to
Yeah.
change
Yeah,
it
it's
for
fine.
this.
I have to give
Okay.
him another cursed item that he can't
Well,
take
no,
off.
I'm still wearing the dress.
I have to give you another
I can
one.
just take it off now.
Why are you insisting on giving one of our party members cursed items?
Because it's funny, because it's Fanrail.
Yeah, so she uncursed me from the dress. And I now have the power to siphon people's life.
Well, yeah, it's because that's something we wanted Panrel to have.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it's a lot harder to do than you think.
No, I understand. I just, my point stands.
So, Lewin, are you
So,
Lewin, are you
Supposedly, when I die, I go to that room over there and I spend eternity there.
Lewin, are you satisfied?
No.
Okay. Panrel, are you satisfied?
I have been, yes.
You never
I
sound
do not
so
doubt
sure.
my party members.
You
They
don't-
won't betray me.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
All right. If you're 100% sure and you're not lying to me, player to DM, you sure?
I don't think they'll betray me yet.
Mm.
They'll wait until after all this is said and done, then they'll kill me.
Are you satisfied with that?
Yes.
Okay. Your pillar will light up. Ivy, are you satisfied?
I mean, I'm still hung up on Boda, but also, I'll look down on my platform. I'm still floating in the abyss, yeah?
There's still abyss, yeah.
I'll take out a gold coin and drop it off the edge.
I already did that.
Yeah, we already did that.
Yeah.
It falls indefinitely.
So it's forcing us to partake in this.
Yes.
We can't abstain.
Lewin
Nope.
and Ivy. What's going on? This is where most of this chunk of the session's gonna be at.
Yeah.
I guess for the sake of time, I'm satisfied.
No.
That's
No.
not allowed. God literally said that.
Then I guess we're gonna be standing here for a very long time trying to talk things out because Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Let's talk things out. What other choice do you think we have, Ivy? Lynn's gonna sit down and let his feet dangle into the void.
Charm DMs.
You guys have something you want to share with the class?
Yeah. Pushies.
Ivy.
It says the one who isn't satisfied.
Yeah. If you're not satisfied, you need to voice why so we can get around to dealing with it.
Yeah. So what would it take for you to explore other opportunities for obtaining a pure soul?
What other opportunities? Do you have any? Do you know any?
Well, I mean, we always go talk to the Oracle.
And
Go talk to the Watcher.
you want me
Ouch.
to talk to the Watcher?
I say,
We
let's
are
just go
not
talk to the
talking
Watcher.
to the Watcher.
I'm not. She puts her hands up to Lewin. I'm not talking to him. I'm well
Good.
aware. I'm not talking to him. Dante, are you even more satisfied? Right.
Even more satisfied? Yeah.
Yeah.
As this goes on, yeah.
Why?
Why would I elaborate?
Why would
No,
I
no, no.
talk to the Oracle? Yes, the Oracle can probably see the future, but the Oracle hasn't reached out to the public in many years, so nobody really knows who the Oracle is or what the Oracle is. The Oracle hasn't helped anybody.
Hmm.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, he's in the background. He's making me laugh.
Um, all right. Well, I guess I've got nothing else.
I know you're not satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just don't know what else to say.
Lewin?
I would
Mm,
really
uh,
like
uh,
her to give up this dream of a heart.
It's not a dream of
Uh,
a heart, it's a dream for a soul.
well, yeah, but exploring this particular avenue of obtaining a pure soul when, you know, there's a track record in the past of it ending the world.
Well,
We
but we
don't
don't know that.
necessarily know that.
Alright. Well, there is a chance that
There's
it'll
a
end
chance
the
that
world.
anything will end the world, sweetie.
Oh my god!
She's right.
Christ.
You using the lantern could end the world.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You know, multiple things can be true at the same time. I think people forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Well, I don't know. You guys aren't satisfied, so.
I'm not satisfied because of a point I've yet to bring up.
Go ahead. Floor's yours.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Okay. Hey, I thought we were still on Ivy stuff.
I mean, he has nothing to say right now, so.
Okay. Loon's gonna turn to Dante. And kind of look at him, meet his eyes, and clear his throat. Are you... With the way things are now when this is all over, are you gonna kill me?
Lewin, my intentions have always been clear. In fact, I believe my intentions have been the most crystal clear of anyone's in this group. If you do anything to jeopardize the safety of my companions, and this extends to you as well, if any of the rest of them decide to act up, I will be forced to take action.
I'm referring to when this is over. When we're done with this nonsense. The looping, the cycles, all of it.
What reason would I have to do that?
I don't know. Pursuit of justice? And he does air quotes when he says justice.
God.
Did you commit any crimes?
No.
Has anyone in your family committed any crimes?
Technically, yes.
Is that an answer that Lewin just gave?
Yeah.
Then it is my belief that justice should be sought for those crimes.
And they
However,
have
that does
been.
not mean that it should be done by my hand, and it does not mean that that punishment should be death.
Carm insight, please.
Okay.
You guys keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys keep going.
Sorry, she DM'd me. I'm
Mm.
doing. Shit, where the fuck is there? It is.
I might be from Deche, Lewin, but I don't believe that the only punishment available in the justice system is death.
That's not what I was referring to. I just remember before you considered some crimes, well,
Miss, apologies for my interjection here, Miss Toda. You have a odd look on your face?
It's nothing. Sorry. I just.
Specifically in regards to
N-
Lewin's words about not committing crimes.
It's. Uh. Lewin.
Sure.
Lewin. Um. Oh, it wasn't entirely him. So it's. Hmm. She's gonna recede into herself.
I believe we are presently in the fashion of airing grievances and being honest with each other, to the best of our ability.
I wouldn't consider what I did a crime. There was a bounty for that man's death. He was killed.
That is true, but considering the deliverance, that could be considered one.
It never stated how he had to die. It just stated that he had to die and there had to be proof.
Yeah.
It was nothing more than another job with extra steps.
Damn, if only Merrick was here.
Yeah.
Only Merrick was
Merrick.
here.
Merrick was a problem.
Merrick played a role in it.
Anyway, you guys can continue.
Is Toto's platform lit up?
No, it is not.
Yeah, I was curious about that myself.
What grievances do you have, Toto?
Well, Dante and Lewin weren't
Yeah, we
done.
weren't
Yeah.
done.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I just struggle to come to terms with what you're saying, Dante, because before you seemed very adamant about death being a penalty for some of the crimes last time.
He's just gonna tilt his head at you. I don't believe that I ever said that death was necessary in Miss Lapis's case. Is there another instance you're referring to?
No, that was the one I was referring to.
I made it adamant that I believe that she should be prosecuted for them under the eyes of the law.
Which is the same as sentencing someone to death.
It is not.
In Beasley,
That is
yes, it
you.
is.
Well, that is hardly my decision to make. I can certainly say if it were Deche's laws, she would not be treated any kinder. If anything, she would likely be treated worse. But she wouldn't be prosecuted under the laws that I preside under. And not to mention, it wouldn't be me sending down the axe.
I suppose I'll have
Because,
to be satisfied with that answer.
because as I stated, it is not my decision nor my responsibility to make that decision. The only case that I have to decide if it is necessary is in the defense of my comrades, as it has always been, and will continue to be.
I
Because
suppose
as
that we'll
things
have to do. I'm not going to get a more satisfying answer out of you, I can already tell. You did indeed answer my question. And, Loon's as satisfied as he's gonna get.
Um, sorry, I'm listening to the call in the background. Okay. Are you sure you're 100% satisfied with everything that's been talked about?
I mean, I suppose, until Tota's satisfied, I guess, because he's kind of worried about that.
Okay, Ivy, you have the floor again.
Okay. You know what? Give me a second.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yes, exactly.
You know what? Instead of expending that charge, Ivy is just gonna roll into the back of his mind. He's gonna roll his shoulders. Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Just swap into Rika and get out of it.
Cheating. You know what?
That works.
That still leaves one major problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivy, you light up.
Rico, I
Rico's-
don't even think was
Sorry.
privy to anything that was just said. He
No,
just
Rika's just like,
he's getting his ass kicked. He was told by Ivy as he was getting passed the baton, just say you're satisfied, okay? Okay. So Rico is gonna stand there with his arms crossed and a smirk.
Like a fucking bozo.
Yup.
Rico has no doubts whatsoever about anything.
Nope.
Alright.
No, doubts would require personal investment.
Yes.
He had 30 seconds of free will earlier on in this dungeon, and he did what he wanted to do, so...
I
He
think
had a
he's
whole
pretty
hour of
satisfied.
free will, so, you know.
Toda, you still have things bothering you. We're gonna have to talk about them.
She kind of throws her hands up in the air.
It is necessary if you desire to get out of here.
Loon's feet dangling in the void still.
You sat down.
Yeah, I sat down.
Yeah. Toda's hands are in the air. Nobody wants me to do what I want to do. Like.
I mean, I said I'd help you do it and make sure it gets done right. I'm fine with it.
She-
I'm willing to take that risk.
She throws her arms to the other ones.
Well,
I can't speak for them.
Miss Toda, I would like to preface this by informing you that I have made no particular opinion about this known.
Would it make you all feel better if I allow you to kill me if something bad were to happen? Would that make anybody happy here?
No. No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't make me happy either, as a matter of fact.
Then, what?
I know, we can have Panroll carry the heart.
No.
That might almost be worse.
That will be
Would
worse.
be worse. Yes, I agree.
I don't even know what it does. How can I do any bad with it?
You
Try
don't,
fucking around and finding out, Panrill.
especially considering the fact that you don't know what half of anything does, and yet you continue to do them regardless.
I'm not willing to give it up. I'm not.
Good.
If you aren't willing to give it up then, Toda, then why are you not satisfied? If your resolve is unshaken, then why let the rest of our opinions cast doubt into your mind? Are you that insecure?
Her head raises up a bit, and her arms cross. I'm not.
You.
I'm inciting that.
I'm inciting that.
Dante with the read of the century.
Are you kidding
Oh, wow.
me?
She is pouring with confidence.
No, she's not.
She is.
She's not.
Tsutsalu, and she is pouring with confidence.
No. I was gonna say I want to
Ivy,
argue.
she is
my
pouring with
God.
confidence.
I want to argue advantage for all of us because it's very clear, very apparent by her stance alone that she is not confident in it.
Yeah, like, especially with Lewin, who knows her as well as he does.
Oh my god.
Can I have advantage on
No,
that? I
you
hate
have-
that,
Argue
actually.
advantage shit.
Lewin, you only have advantage
got
on
an 18.
Elias. You cannot have it on Toda.
How?
We talked about it.
You would have had it on Toda if it was the last loop.
No.
I got an 18, by the way.
You kept rolling terrible every
I was
time.
gonna say Panroll got an 18. Can we get
Yeah,
for that? please?
Panroll, she is She is not very confident. No.
Soda.
Yeah, it's very obvious she's not confident. I'm ignoring my insight roll.
Soda.
You shout anarchy at the rules of the game.
I do.
God will
Soda.
smite you down.
Anyway, let Penrose speak.
Yeah.
What reason do you have to lie to us?
I'm not trying to lie, but most of my doubts that I've heard are about myself.
So
Thanks.
you doubt yourself.
Not in the ability with the heart, but my own abilities.
And what abilities do you doubt yourself in?
The creation I make constantly falls apart. I've lost my parents and I have nobody else around me besides mostly my brother-in-law, as she looks at Lewin. And I think that sums about most of it.
So what you're saying is you need a support system to actually help you with your research.
I had one, but then again, that support system did, in a way. I love my father to death, but I remained in the house the entire time. I hardly left the estate. Besides when Lewin dragged me out.
Then Toda, and Dante's tone is going to shift to be one of like endearment, and he's going to try and speak as kindly as he possibly can outwardly. If throughout your life you have experienced nothing but turbulence in the path that you have chosen, is that not cause to step back and reassess?
Well, that is.
Perhaps the line that you have chosen should be better thought out. Perhaps there are other avenues to pursue. I think if you doubt your own abilities, then you should first search within and assess what it is about yourself that you think is ill-equipped to chase your dream. And once you figure that out, then, with renewed enthusiasm, and through a lens that allows you to see things clearer, without all the noise of the troubles that you've experienced thus far, you can then begin anew. And perhaps, when that happens, the rest of us will be on board to help you.
I was hoping that this entire trip would be enough for me to get air away from everything and to think about it. But then we went down below, and then we went even further down, and now we're here. And it's been nothing but a rough time.
It has been rough for all of us, and that isn't to overshadow your personal hardships. There are a lot of things at play here.
He's gonna lean forward, point to Dante's missing hand.
I'm aware, and I hate that, and I feel terrible that everybody had given up something so important to themselves as well.
It is a fact of this life and the choices that we made that led to this conclusion. I believe, at least I have made peace with it. I can't speak for the rest of them. However, it is because of those choices, because of these conclusions, that we are able to even sit here and air out grievances, express satisfaction at the way things are. This chamber, I believe, is a means for us all to give pause and think just how sure are we of our actions, and should we as I said, reassess and find a different trajectory. In my age, I have had a great deal of time to do this very same thing for many moments of my life. I've found that after doing so each time, I've come out a better person, even if marginally. I think the same can be said for you, Toda.
May I ask a question, Toda? After you get your soul, what then? What comes after? Because you said you'd research something else, but I don't think you'll find that fulfilling.
I don't know what I'll end up doing next. There isn't much to do in Beasley besides, well, thanks to you and my brother, things have opened up a little bit more, but I could still look up anything else, or I could explore. I have a little bit more freedom, but I don't know.
What I'm getting at with that question is goals, power, wealth, it all doesn't mean anything unless you have good company.
Well, I want to actually make it to where I can create the life from it. That would be a great goal that I've been working on, but as she looks down, you there have to keep putting it together.
Then it would seem that that avenue, too, might need some reassessment. If what you say is true, with new possibilities opening up because of your family, that entails a veritable empire of possibilities out in the world for you to pursue. There is a certain power in the unknown, and there is a certain danger to it. It is the state of being unknown that allows us to make what we can of it. It's up to us as individuals as we forge our path into the unknown to assess how far we step into that darkness, and if the direction we step is the right one. Would you at least be willing to consider?
Taking a step back.
Yes.
She falls
And
into the void.
Oh well, problem solved.
Christ. And taking a good long look at just how much there is available to you. And that isn't to say that you should cast aside your dream. But there is more than one way to do virtually everything. And if it doesn't exist, then you have the ability to make it so. That much is obvious. And one final anecdote. Sometimes things, people, are better off staying unknown. And it can be difficult to ascertain the gravity of what could have been. But I find
Sorry, the song stuck in my head.
I find as I've grown older that I have ultimately been better off. Hindsight is a very powerful tool, after all.
Hindsight, it was a good idea we didn't go down this place.
Yes, that is a fair point.
She thinks on it, but her pillar glows, but it's a little bit dim.
Even just that faint glimmer is enough. Because it shows that you are at least open. And that, to me, is what's most important. So, thank you, Toda, for entertaining my rambling.
Thank you, Mr. Grigorchik. I could probably take a minute to think on it.
And that is all I ask.
She takes a deep breath and sighs, and her pillar starts to glow. And is that everybody's?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Alright. The pillars begin to move
And there comes the
and
giant fist.
sway. They not like sway crazily, but they start like moving and they're shaking a bit as they start going down into the void.
I should have jumped.
And after a bit of traveling, you guys are going through the walls. You guys come upon
Oh god.
one last little area,
Uh-oh. There's more?
and it is just a lone tree.
Lone tree? I don't see shit.
It's this
It's
tree.
up
The tree
ahead.
right here.
Oh.
Wait, what? There's a tree there?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I have
that's
it.
the tree.
Yeah, it's
I
overlaid.
thought that was like a shadow.
I meant to put a stump there because usually whenever I've been doing trees, I'll put a stump and then I'll put an overlay of a tree on for the maps. But I decided,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like a shadow, yeah.
Do we feel any connection with the? How are our mailbox looking?
As you guys continue to walk forward, your mailboxes actually start connecting back up.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fucking mail from Elias.
Ding, 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 ding. Like it's just going off. And the static in some of your heads are clearing up as connections are coming back together.
I'm gonna touch the tree.
I was gonna say, I want to know what's going on with the tree.
The tree, as you all are coming up to it, is just a lone tree that has been thriving down wherever you are. It just feels like a tree.
Ivy's
Ivy?
gonna fall flat on his face.
Sorry, Rico.
And then he's gonna, like, rub the back of his head. And then slowly stand back up.
Dante's
Oh.
gonna crouch down and help him up.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sending to Charles.
Huh?
You
What
holding up alright over there? We're not dead.
You're not dead?
No, we're all alive.
Oh, thank goodness. There's a problem.
What's the
Oh.
problem?
You'll see when you get here.
Did you touch the child?
Please don't say it like that.
Phrasing.
don't say it like that.
Did you?
It started running away. Like it wasn't running, but it was wandering. But like I went to go grab it. It was
And tell me what happened.
You'll see when you get here.
I need you to tell me what happened right now.
That means it's
Let's-
stationary.
Let's simply get a move on.
And
Cosmina's
just
gonna
start
just
climbing
shove
this
past him and-
ladder.
Well, I was gonna say him standing here still, cause she says let's get a move on. Cosmina shoves past him and climbs the ladder before him.
Where's Ivy?
I'm sure he's coming. I mean, it's like.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying.
No.
What about Panro?
Panro.
Give
I
me a
think he's
second,
he's
guys.
still waiting about the tree.
Oh, Panrel, it's just a tree.
Oh, okay.
It's just a
It
tree.
is, in fact, just a tree.
It's just a normal tree. I knew it would be a normal tree because our
So-
mailboxes were back.
So as you guys are climbing up, you come upon a hatch,
And we're out.
and you're out.
What the fuck?
It is.
Oh.
It is daytime.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about going down here.
You guys did. That's where you guys entered.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it
exactly
was a different hatch.
Yeah. No, that is where you guys entered.
Right, going straight back to Charles.
All
Yep.
right. All right. All right. All right. Let me go find the
We
carriage.
cut the child.
You guys are in the bottom right.
Shroom.
So, as you guys are approaching the carriage, you see Charles is outside and standing over the child, and the child looks as though it is picking at the grass, and it looks up and sees everybody, and its eyes brighten up to Lewin. And it smiles. You're here.
Charles,
Hi.
did you?
She was wandering off, and there wasn't a leash or anything, so I didn't know.
You're. I'm asking if you activated your soul on accident.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Don't get me wrong. Lewin, perhaps you can shed light on what exactly is the problem here? Everything seems fine.
Okay, so the problem is that Camille here is. No, let me start first with Charles' soul. Anything he uses it on will feel a familial bond to him, and he to it.
Well, that is unless they
Wait,
try.
how long have you known this, Lewin?
Forever.
It's not quite
I thought.
it's not quite familial, but it can be that way, yeah.
You never said anything about this.
I gave you the entire description written on paper.
You did, which doesn't include that.
Does it not? It should.
I was gonna say that was a detail that I don't think.
Hold up, let me
anybody
go.
knew.
Oh, nope. I see it. Never mind.
Does
That's my
it? Oh.
apologies. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is unless he's stressed and it wants to kill him.
Wait, so that's interesting. So he's not stressed enough that the child wants to kill him.
Correct.
Even though he thought we were dead.
He just was gonna live life here.
He's
He was
Wow.
gonna live
My
here.
life now.
Yeah.
gonna live in the forest.
Yeah, on the side of the road with the
Detached
horse
Charles.
jizz.
Oh my god.
Give it up for mentally vacant Charles.
I mean, to be fair, we've known he was a himbo. Like,
We did. He's really dumb.
Toto's gonna walk up.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up, Ivy?
hey, Charles. How
Yeah,
many days has it been?
it's been about a whole day.
Oh, good.
Well, that's not too bad, I suppose.
Are you hungry?
No, actually, I went and tried to make food up there, but there wasn't enough for you guys because I didn't know you were coming back.
Ivy just goes pale.
Did you clean the kitchen at least?
I'm gonna go check in the kitchen.
all right, Miss Toad was approaching.
Yeah, Toto is approaching. And she stops and she sees the expression on the child's face, very confused.
Miss Toad, there's been a development in our absence.
What? Why is it? Is it
Charles.
broken?
Charles.
Is it broken?
Charles here. Please, just a moment. Charles here has the ability to create souls.
This entire time?
Yes, but we don't know the limits of it. We don't know a lot of the special specifications regarding it. In fact, we have already learned that whenever you place two within one object, it will literally tear itself apart.
She narrows her
Which
eyes at
is-
Charles.
I was going to say, which is the only reason I have not seen fit to mention this fact to you. It would seem, however, as though in his attempt to contain, she's going to look to Lewin for a moment. Camille here. He has inadvertently given her a soul.
She looks as though she wants to say something fucked up. Probably along the lines of, do it again, so she could see what
Yeah.
happens, but she withholds herself.
Oh my god!
I believe I still have the glove that shredded itself. And she's gonna pull out the two halves of the glove that Charles had put a soul in, and then Cosmina had done as well.
Oh. Well, I would like to see more of this, but
It has
physically
an
hurt- it
adverse
hurts
I-
them.
effect.
I see that.
Ivy's gonna lean out the window.
So Ivy, while you're up there, you see a spatula dancing.
Oh no!
My fucking cookware!
I'm just gonna let it be happy and dance.
Okay.
But Ivy is gonna like crawl across the table here and lean out the window. See what I mean, Tada? Other avenues. Also, there's a spatula dancing up here. It's very disconcerting.
Please tell me that's the only piece of my cookware you've brought to life?
Well, maybe, perhaps.
Maybe won't cut it. Stop beating around the
I-
bush and tell me how many.
Well, there is a knife scuttling around under the beds.
There's a knife under the beds! I sleep on that floor!
Ivy's just gonna start looking around for this knife.
You see that there is, in fact, a knife, and it looks like it has like 6 legs like a spider. Goofy animations. There's your spider. But it's got a whole knife for a body.
Well, no, I was gonna say 6 legs is not a spider, so I'm fine.
Sorry, 8 legs.
Man,
Sorry, it has
this
8
is
legs.
plagiarism of my knife spiders.
yeah, fuck you. And but it has like the body of a knife, and it kind of like charges at Ivy to make him back away, and goes back to the back of the wall.
Ivy is gonna take out some of his rope, make a lasso, and toss it at the knife to try
That
to
fif-
catch it.
I can just see it now. He throws the lasso and it lands and it just gets cut by the knife.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes style.
It's just a knife. Alright, I'm gonna cut back over while he's trying to wrangle the knife.
Professional knife tamer over here.
Oh dear.
So the child is actually alive now.
The child is
Yeah.
actually alive now.
Yeah.
Henry's
Well,
gonna go
Miss
hide in the river.
Okay, fine.
Miss Toda, Charles presently does not have. She kind of looks at him for a moment, and then back to Toda. He does not have an intermediate knowledge of how to use his soul. In fact, frequently it is accidentally activated.
Oh.
And unfortunately, a number of times, the objects that he brings to life tend to attempt to kill him.
If I were to harbor a guess, it activates frequently by accident because he lets his heart rate get so high.
All of a sudden, can I just interject for a second?
Yeah.
A look of like deep concern washes over Dante's face.
Yes, Dante.
I hate to sour an otherwise pleasant moment. Doesn't this present a unique challenge with the child, given the composition of her body?
Yes, I'm very concerned
Yes.
about that very aspect.
I'm gonna need a lot of fairy wings. Oh man.
I'm sorry, Fairy Wing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to know that some things never change.
They have the ability to bring one back from the very brink of death and sustain body parts. That is what saved me when my throat was slit.
Yes, at the cost of. She's just kind of giving Lewin this look.
Yes, I can't imagine those are ethically sourced.
No.
Naturally, they're not. But someone from Fuyu, a high-ranking official no less, used one on me.
He's also a vampire.
Ivy's a vampire. You
Ivy's a
didn't.
no. Ivy. Ivy doesn't count, Lewin. What I was
I'm a
meaning to
unique
say here.
vampire. Ah, my fingers.
What I was meaning to say and imply here, Lewin, is that, well, Lonut has a distinctly skewed moral compass for a variety of reasons, namely those occurring within his childhood.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Which thoroughly, honestly, explains yours as well, but that is neither here nor there. Therefore, what I'm saying in this particular instance is you're saying that Lonut used them on you to save your life. He's a high-ranking official in Fuyu, and I'm simply telling you, yes, he very clearly does not have nearly as much regard for the sanctity of life and autonomy, given his uprising.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Regardless, I think we are only due for a much needed
Much needed what?
rest.
Well, our rooms at the hotel are kind of null and void because you guys did leave for an entire night and you guys only bought one night.
That's
Yeah.
fine, I can purchase them again.
But there is the carriage.
She just kind of gives the carriage this very clearly disdainful look.
Don't talk about Lucille like that. No.
You named it?
Did you bring the carriage to life, Charles?
No.
Okay, thank
I just
Loon's
gave it a
gonna
name.
walk over and give the wheel a light kick.
And nothing happens, but you do notice that etched in there it says Lucille.
He just carved a name into it.
Yes, he named it. He thought he was gonna live here forever, even though you guys were gone for a day.
You know, Charles, you're a bit dramatic to jump to DEFCON 4 when we've only been gone for a day.
Ivy, like vaguely overhearing this conversation, is just going to take a moment to sniff the air. Is there a piss corner?
No, he could have gone outside. Oh my god.
Literally.
I know.
But the knife is
This
still trying
man-
to stab your hands.
This man, he's got He has above brick intelligence.
I can't believe he hasn't asked about Dante's missing hand, Cosmina's missing horns, and Loon's missing eye.
Well, I mean, we've kind of been all over this, so
What
Yeah.
an awful boyfriend.
I know.
we've kind of been all over this.
And it's like, you didn't notice I got my hair cut? What the fuck?
Cosmina is just going to kind of like pinch the bridge of her nose because clearly this is getting out of hand. Let's make our way back to the inn for now.
Marinata's gonna fly into the carrot and start helping Ivy with the knife hunt.
Maybe you
Super
guys
nice.
should go to a doctor with all those bandages around you.
Oh, yeah, maybe. And Loon's gonna lift the bandage and show the hole in his
Jesus
face.
Christ! Charles gets pale. Oh
And
my
he's
god.
gonna lower it back down.
Yeah, maybe you should go to a doctor.
If nothing else, we can simply buy him an eye patch and he can look like a pirate.
If you want, I'm sure Ivy could carve you a glass eye.
One time I had this
No.
dream that my finger fell off, but this is
Ugh,
more
Cosmina
compared.
just face palms and looks away.
Loon starts laughing. You did lose your finger.
No,
You brought
that
it
was-
to life and it strangled it.
That was last loop, Charles.
Oh, what?
Well, not last loop. That was 57 loops ago, but that's besides the point.
The last one where everything was as it is now.
The last one where we could recall.
How comical.
Look at this.
And I fail to see why
Oh,
you're embarrassed,
oh, damn it.
Cosmina. After all, that encounter was the pivotal moment when. And then
Shush,
he's
shush, 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 hush, please. Please, Dante. Some discretion would be much appreciated.
I see.
Like, full on, like, he starts talking, Cosmina steps over here, and just finger to the lips. Shh. We can go see a doctor after we collect our rooms. I am starving and would very much like to get there to have something pleasant to eat.
I can make us something to hold us over in the meantime.
The knife continues to go against Ivy.
Well,
Marinata's helping now.
Okay.
let's just go.
Let's. And Loon's gonna take Camille's hand and lead her on in.
Tota
Actually,
is
you
just
know what?
watching.
You little. Come here. Ivy
There you go,
is
put her in
going to reach out with both hands to grab it now. He doesn't care if he gets stabbed.
you can grab the knife.
Cool. I have the knife. All of my fingers are bloody.
He's
But Ivy's gonna. But Ivy
Got him.
holds up the knife above his head in a very deja vu fashion. I got it!
Emma,
Yeah. Yes, Cosmina.
does Ivy technically count
Count as what?
for dragon purposes?
Dragon purposes.
Okay.
If you want to DM it so I can understand, that's okay.
Yeah.
Are you asking if he's lunch meat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Ivy does in fact count. They all count. Everybody counts.
That's unfortunate.
1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
4.
Thank you, Cosmina, for remembering. So the child is just kind of like skipping on in, holding Lewin's hand, and when they get in, they let go of Lewin's hand, and she just kind of runs into a chair and jumps into it.
Cosmina like steps up here, sees Ivy with his poor bloodied hands, and immediately goes back downstairs.
Loon's going to pat Camille's head. You sit tight. I'll be right back. I have to secure the kitchen.
She's going to stick her tongue out at Lewin.
Stop not gonna react in
Okay.
any way to that.
When you come up, you're gonna see Ivy and Farinata wrestling over the knife.
No, no,
Okay.
Farinata, no!
Mine!
Put the knife down!
Mine!
Guys,
What have you got?
A knife!
Since-
guys, please stop fighting over the knife. You have it secured. Can we just make sure the rest of the things that are alive in my kitchen aren't a nuisance?
Where are they? Let me at them!
Loon's gonna walk over here.
Oh my
he's
god, where'd he
gonna
get a
just-
knife?
He's gonna quickly just snatch the spatula.
That's the spatula that was dancing, doing a little jig, is being snatched up.
Yeah, and he's gonna look at it. He's gonna talk to it. Listen, I need to make food for everyone right now, and I need you to cooperate. That sound good?
It's cartoonish googly eyes that are not there but there. Just kind of like roll around inside of its thing in a little goofy manner. It's like some fucking 1920s cartoon.
Yeah, what I like to imagine is it's like the all the Tupperware shit in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, what I'm imagining is, you know, those like live actions, like live action
Oh,
items
yeah,
that have
yeah.
like the
Renee,
fucking
you
sticker.
looked at him?
Like don't
Yeah.
hug me.
It's not even like it. They got like the 2D face, like the 2D drawn on faces on the
yeah,
live
yeah.
action stuff. Yeah.
So while they're having that commotion upstairs, Banrol's sitting in the driver's seat. Will turn to the child, just kind of do like the fingers pointing at the eyes thing back and forth, and go
Oh,
back to driving.
I'm watching you gesture, yeah.
The child copies you.
What are you planning on doing with the knife, Farinata?
It's mine.
But-
Loon's gonna let go of the spatula,
Mhm.
and he's gonna come over here.
Let it go back to
he's
Fortnite
gonna use that
dancing.
knife.
Me and Farinata's got it, because there's no way I'm beating that deck score.
Farinata, I need that knife, and if you give it to me, I'll make you some nice food.
He just like drops it on the floor.
He's gonna fucking snatch it real quick before it can scurry off anywhere.
You have got the knife. It is
I am
shaking in your hands.
I'm gonna fucking death grip this knife, and I'm gonna look at it.
Lewin, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Perhaps if you wrap the knife in bandages, it might restrain its legs, thus making it harder for it to escape.
Alright, Loon's gonna grab it by the blade real tight.
Oh god.
The back
I
of the
mean, it
blade
can't,
specifically.
it
I
can't
know,
do
I
anything.
know,
There's no
I know,
movement
I know,
there,
yeah.
even if my fingers are over the blade. And he's gonna pull out some bandages and wrap its legs. They wrap the handle, you know.
Mhm.
And then he's gonna just grab it back by the handle and kind of see how it feels.
Mhm.
Is it fine? Can I use this to make
Yeah, you
us
could.
food?
You can use it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, like, heal his hands, and then out the window he goes.
Where are you
Alright.
going out the window?
Going out the window to do this.
What?
Go on the roof.
Claustrophobic.
Oh, okay. No, see, I'm zoomed in a little bit, so I didn't see the roof over here, and I was like, where the fuck is he going?
And with that, Loon's gonna start making everyone a small lunch, since we're gonna be getting bigger food later, so nothing too much, just to satisfy our hunger now. And
This
since-
is what I mean. It's like when they draw the little arms on these guys and put it in general.
Oh.
That.
Yeah. And since Cosmina went upstairs and came back down all weird like, since Ivy's hand was bleeding, he's gonna make it a bit of a meaty meal to satisfy that craving of hers.
Will it ever?
Hopefully. Probably not. She did indulge in the food, but it'll hold her over, I'm hoping.
I mean, I'm sure there's my leftover blood on the ground. You can just use that as flavoring for her.
No, I mean, I was
No.
gonna say Cosmina is kind of like she comes back downstairs and has a seat over here on the bed for a moment, and then like is kind of staring at the small child
No!
for a moment.
The small
I
child's
don't need it.
is looking at Fairy Nada, and she's gonna jump up and jump towards Fairy Nada. Oh fuck, not on.
He's gonna do that thing that dogs do when you suddenly like stance up
Uh-huh.
and then they stance up back at you.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that.
She's gonna hold her arms out and take another little jump board.
He's gonna go back. He's gonna hop to the side.
She's gonna copy, but trying to keep the pace that Fairy Nada is going.
And then he's gonna stick his tail up, and then he's gonna dash out of the cart.
She's...
Ruin leaves to make food for everyone, and this is what happens. He leaves for 1 minute.
The child is going to go play, and Toda is going to go run after because she doesn't know what the fuck is going on with it. This is abnormal.
This is how kids act, Toda.
She's just gonna come out, and they're gonna be chasing each other around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after a little, Loon's gonna come down with a fuck off massive plate of food. He's gonna walk up and set it down on this table. Food's ready, everyone.
Ooh.
Thank you, Louis.
Cosmina is immediately at the table.
You'll notice that there's a specific portion that has more meat in it, and it's a bit larger than everyone else's. That is hers.
Dante's gonna crane his head out of the cart and go, "Children, lunchtime."
Ivy is staying on the roof.
Yeah.
Cosmina is scarfing down food in a rather undignified manner.
Panrel is
unlike
eating
her.
a raw fish out of his mailbox while driving.
Well, we weren't going anywhere yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we can start
Oh, I'm
driving.
just sitting in the driver's seat.
If you guys want to, you can start driving, and I can...
Yeah.
Yep, now we're driving. Everybody's
Okay, now we're driving.
I have to check my mailbox. What kind of mail do I have?
You got letters from Elias asking where are you, and also, I will.
Oh my god.
Type
you
that
got
up.
somebody that's clingy.
Well, he did say that there was an agreement made. That's why he's asking where are you. But
Yeah.
also, there's some stuff in regards to a meeting that he had.
Okay.
Damn,
Don-
Lewin, does Elias have Life 360 on you or something?
No.
You turned your location off and
Dante,
you freaked
your
out?
letter from Bog Buldir has arrived.
Air tag.
nice.
News about the Watcher's escape has occurred.
Great. We didn't get to him in time.
Yeah. Dante, what is your honors over 20? What's your sanity again?
My sanity is 13.
Mine is also 13.
Emma, have I also gotten a similar one?
Did your honor hit? Did your
My
honor?
honor is 20.
Oh, yep. Cosmina, you got yours. Anybody else have a 20 honor?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so yeah, you two both got your letters from Bog Buldir.
Hooray.
Wait, did you guys get your sanity up too?
No. My sanity is a 9.
Okay. Alright, but yeah, you guys got your letters, and Watcher's out, and I think that's pretty much it for big mail stuff. So yeah.
We're just gonna quickly write back.
How much
you
for
know,
those cakes?
sorry, I
those
was stuck
cakes
in
are
a dungeon.
1500, right?
Stuck in a dungeon. Oh, what, Cosmina?
The cakes, Momo's cakes.
Did we say
Those
10?
are 1,500.
Yeah, 1,000.
That's what I thought, 1500.
Was that after the discount?
No.
We never got a discount, did we?
Well, no, there
No.
was one of you who was like nice to her.
But you guys
Ed-
aren't there anymore.
Yeah,
we're
Right.
not
Lewin.
there
That
anymore.
that my point was that is that after the discount or before? Because it wouldn't apply now if it was the discount. Was my point.
No.
1500
I
is the
never bought
original
any.
price.
Okay.
1500 is the original price. Lewin was nice enough to make a deal of sorts with her that in exchange for a bottle of vodka, he'd get 2 cakes. Because vodka is specifically from Dese, which is a luxury in Fuyu.
If possible, those cakes that you have for your sanity, on the gear page of your stuff, if you guys can put those into that plus instead of your main stats, I think that would be better. So, because I want to gauge, like, how you guys get your sanity typically versus the cakes.
Why?
Because I want you to do that.
Okay.
It's because she wants to know if we cheated or not.
Yeah.
It's not cheating to eat nice food and feel better.
It is to jack up your honor to see what happens when, not your honor, your sanity when it hits 20,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm assuming is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmina,
Yes, Dante. She
Uh,
says, stopping from eating for just a moment.
uh, given the appropriate time and place, could you please write a letter to Balaur for me?
I assume for your arm, for your hand.
Yes. Tell her that I will compensate her fairly,
Of course.
and naturally to keep news of it away from those who shouldn't know.
Of course. I will inform her. Or I will draft a letter to her once I'm finished eating. She goes back to stuffing her face.
Ask if she could do an eye as well.
Toto looks at Lewin. A little bit disgruntled, a little bit hurt.
Don't tell her to do one, but ask what it could do.
Cosmina's not listening anymore.
Alright, so I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Not much content left. Would you guys like to possibly go to Rubyville, spend a day in Rubyville, and then whenever we meet up for our next session, we can start with you guys leaving Rubyville? And that would be like not. Do you guys want to like spend the rest of today in Rubyville, sleep, and then go, or spend an extra day in Rubyville?
Just one, like, let's get there, spend, the night at Rubyville, and then in the morning go, I think is what we should do.
I don't believe we have anything to do there, right?
No, not
Mhm.
really.
Also, you guys can gain your honor from doing Tota's
Oh,
quest. And she did offer what, 2,000 gold?
Yeah, it was 2,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get the honor from it.
Yeah, not very many people signed it. It was me, Panril, and I think that was it.
What was it for?
Getting the
To
heart.
get the heart. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did not sign that.
It's a free honor point and 2,000 gold.
Nice! I can buy
So-
a 5th level spell scroll!
So one more honor point.
Yep.
I'm at 18. I'm getting there.
Yeah. So you guys want to spend the night and then leave out the next day?
You said
Yeah.
3,000 gold?
1,000,
2,000.
2,000. How about the low?
I'm just gonna deliberately lowball Panro.
Specifically just Panril.
I'm sorry. Oh fuck. So where do you guys want to go?
We're going Rubyville.
No, I'm
No,
not.
she
No,
means
after.
after.
Oh, after.
Bogbolt Deer, I think.
I want to go to Sundown,
We have 3 choices: Bogbolt Deer, Sundown, or Fuyu again.
Well, Bogbull Deer is up there by Fuyu, is it not?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it's on the way. I don't think it's near it.
I was gonna say Ivy wanted to go get the lantern.
I want to make sure Che goes safe.
I was gonna say I need to go to Bogbaldir for the lantern as well for my quest.
We can also get it in Fuyu. The lantern is also in Fuyu.
Also, is it what?
How can that be?
There's a door.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But you guys could also get into the
Um,
mountains going to Bogbaldir. It is possible.
Yeah, it's probably more optimal if we do it that way.
Because then you guys
Because
can.
we can do two birds with one stone. We can achieve sainthood, which is just really helpful for social engagements and interactions and getting places we need. And then we also get the lantern, which is something we already need anyway.
Alright, so let me get that.
Then in that case, how long is it gonna from here? How long is it gonna take for us to get to Ruby? Not Rubyville. Sundown.
Well, I mean, Sundown's. You guys are gonna end up traveling, I think, through. Let me go look at the map, real quick. Give me a second.
We're in Rubyville. How are we gonna travel through Sundown to get to
I was gonna say Sundown's to the south.
Bogbaldir?
No, Sundown's to the east of.
South.
It's
Yeah,
south.
southeast.
Yeah.
It's to the southeast, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
both correct.
What map are you looking at?
I'm going
Bogbaldir
to. I
is
haven't
to
even
the
looked at the map. Give me a second.
Northeast.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna go south, technically. Oh fuck. Okay. Open. No. Open a browser.
Bogbaldir is to the northeast because it's between it's like to the further east of Medill.
Hmm.
You still also, I don't know if you remember this, but Loon did mention to Cheiko about using the post office to send him something from where she is so he can teleport there.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to go with the entire party?
I can bring the whole party with teleport.
I'm gonna leave the carriage behind.
We'll put it in our bags like we did last time.
Oh, but the travel.
Yeah, but time efficiency.
I was gonna say you're putting a time limit on us, so
Literally.
I was gonna see about letting the periwinkle stuff take pause while you guys were doing, but it's okay.
You specifically set it up like, hey, you guys need to go here. Periwinkles with a group of people heading to Sundown.
Yeah, but where are they going in Sundown? You don't know.
We don't know, but it doesn't matter because the
we also
we're
don't know
going
where
to
Chaco is
Chaco.
in Sundown.
We don't know.
That is true. I mean, yeah, I could let you guys do that.
Wait, hold on a
I
second.
guess.
Give me 1 second. I think there was a translation error. Hold on.
Okay.
Translation error?
Yes. Shit. Okay, never mind. There was not a translation error.
What were you questioning?
I thought the city names got mixed up for sainthood, but no.
No, it's Bogbaldir. Okay, so then where do you guys want to go for next session?
They're like kind of equidistant. Although if we're going to Kerdogva, it's technically farther.
Well, you don't know where you're going in Sundown first.
Wait, but we had to pick a city. There's 4 of them.
We don't really know which one. All I know is it's desert and wall.
Well, okay, so now we're weighing Goose Chase in a desert versus.
Well, actually,
Well, it's
if
not
you
like
know
a
about
goose
No.
chase.
We're going. I was under the impression our intent was to go to Bogbaldir so that Dante could get sainthood, and then, well, I don't have the sanity for it. And then
You don't
Chaco.
need sanity to get sainthood.
Emma was
Sainthood
just
and
asking
ascendant
about
are different.
No, I was
Oh,
asking.
Sanity is a different thing. Honor was specifically sainthood.
But I mean, here's the other thing, Baron. I could get sainthood, but at the same time, I'm also trying to not be noticeable.
I mean, that's true. But then if that's the case, then if Saint Dante record chickens with us, what's it matter?
It's a lot easier if I'm the one
It's
being
more
loud.
believable than Cosmina.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
It also diverts attention away from her.
Anyway, the Emma, first of all, you check your DMs. But I was under the impression we were going to Bog-Boldir for Dante and for this lantern because there's apparently a door we can get to get inside. And then we would be teleporting to Chaco once she
Yeah.
senses the item.
That would be good.
Or you guys could go straight to Bog-Boldir, and somewhere in the mountains where you can see Bog-Boldir, there is the things. The door
But yeah,
that leads over there.
yes, that's what we're
That's-
saying.
Oh, I thought you
what
meant
we
the door in
said.
Fuyu. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I
No.
meant, was we would go
We're
to
going
the
to
door in
Bog-Boldir.
Bog-Boldir.
Okay.
We've axed Fuyu from the equation because it's more optimal time-wise to go through Bog-Boldir.
Especially because then we also don't have to go through the whole heist thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have to sneak in and deal with the Momo seeing us because she will.
Momo will undoubtedly see you. I feel like that is scripted. I don't think that's gonna change.
Unless we roll stupid well, she's going to see us.
Because Momo has ridiculously high whiz and dex. Which is intentional.
To be
To
as
see
annoying as possible.
Oh, absolutely, yes. To see things and hide. And to be a threat to life itself.
So you guys want to go into the Deche territory and then take that short boat ride instead of going through the mountains to Tana?
There's not even anything in the Deche territory, is there?
Dock City is like an unmarked little city village. So
Okay.
there's unmarked little village probably on there that I could throw together.
There is that, or we can go pass through Hana, because if we go through Deche territory, then we have to deal with Victor again.
Is that necessarily an impossible task?
He's a pain in the ass. And I don't want to have to try and fumble my way through fucking explaining shit to him again.
Yeah, but without your horns, you can now super easily pass for someone else.
No, I can't, Baron. My horns, yes, tell that I am a fucking dragon, but at the same time, guess what? My whole fucking face looks like my family, dude.
Yeah, disguise self, don't you have it?
Baron,
What?
why are you such a pain?
If she had disguised self, she would have used it by now.
No, I have disguise self now.
Oh.
I didn't at the time.
I don't understand how me trying to be helpful is a pain.
Because you're right.
I can't look like me, because if I look like me, that creates problems.
Coda also can't look like her.
Correct.
Sir, I just let you out and you just came back in.
Alright. So I'm going to end the session here. You guys are going to Bog-Boldir. So I need to set up for that. Any thoughts, questions, concerns?
No, not really.
Nope.
Honestly, not really.
Did we have a good session?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I need to figure out how I'm going to use this new ability of mine.
Yeah.
Don't smile.
I cheated.
Yeah, don't. I'm not gonna use mine.
I don't know. Maybe Merrick will be a willing participant.
Oh my god. You're gonna reduce his max HP by like 32?
It'd be fine.
You're fucking crazy.
Okay, fine. I won't use it on Merrick. Let me see what spells I have. Do I have Charm Person? If not, I'm picking it up on the next level.
God.
Might pick up Charm Person on the next level. Hey, it can be useful in combat, alright?
No, no, it's not. It's designed to not be helpful in combat.
Ah, speaking of, this is a level up, guys.
Let's go!
Oh, hey! Okay, so I have a week to do what I figure out what I want to do for level 8.
No. Do it sooner rather than later, you fucks.
Yes. Oh my god.
I need to
Because you
bring...
people always fucking forget.
Cosmina,
Literally.
do you have Charles's stuff, right? Cosmina? Carm?
She's dead, Jim.
I have 81 HP.
Isn't that nice?
I gotta get Toda's sheet together and get her on par.
I
Oh, it's a good level
how
up?
much mana I
Yes.
get every level.
Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you. Sorry, I was stuffing my face.
You're good.
We're
Pig.
level 8 now.
We're level
No.
8 now.
I'm going to cap Thundering Battle here, where you guys
Okay.
have it. So...
Alright, I'm back.
Hi, it's a level
We're
up.
capping Thundering Battle level 8, which is what we are now.
Do you have control over Charles, Carm?
Yeah.
Do I need to level him, or do you want to level him?
I'll level him, it's fine.
Okay. I might throw something useless onto him.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I know, that's why I'll do it.
So it's my hit die plus my con, alright?
My +1 is going
Yeah.
to go to Constitution.
Cool, I
Roll your
got 4
hit die and
HP.
add your con.
So I did take my headset with me when I left. I just did not take my mic. Panel,
Haha.
that particular route, I will warn you, is decidedly evil.
Understood. So we get
How
2
much-
ASIs per level, or just 1 ASI per
One
level?
We get the +1, but we're level 8, so we get our class
Another
ASIs.
+1. Got it.
Unless you're a fighter. In which case, fuck you.
You're insane and you have a million stats and everything.
None of us are fighters. Sad face.
Correct.
How much HP did you say you had, Lewin?
Me, 81.
I have 81 now too.
Let's go,
I have
tanky
48
boys!
HP.
How nice. I have 51.
I put my +1 into con, and that bumped up the modifier, so that's retroactively added.
I have a 19 con because of my amulet, so...
I have an 18. I want to jack it up past 20, so I'm not relying on an amulet.
I'm just using the amulet because it's just more convenient.
And I'm using the ASI to jack my strength to 30, and it's stopping there. I am now at 30 strength. I could go higher, but it's not going to go higher. Yet.
I gain 5 more mana this level. And then I think I have a thing that gets me even more mana. I can have no, that's too strong. I'm not doing that. I'm
Aw,
vetoing
this
that
is
one.
this
That's
is
broken.
Farinata